What do you know about Ukraine?
It's a mess.
What can you say about the war in Ukraine?
Bootler.
Do you know? Do you know who Ukraine is fighting against?
Bootler. Not Putin. Bootler. We need to destroy Russia.
It's only one way.
It'd be the easiest.
Do you know something about Ukraine?
Yeah, I prefer not to answer. Thanks.
What do you know about Ukraine?
I don't know much. I just know that they were invaded and that they're fighting back as best they can.
What can you say about the war in Ukraine?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know completely much, but I know they're doing pretty decently well.
Do you know who Ukraine is fighting against?
Russia.
How the war can be ended in the future?
I believe. Oh, that's a good question. The way the war could be ended is like both sides come to like some sort of peace treaty kind of thing to make a deal to figure out how to end it and stop the violence.
What do you know about Ukraine?
That you guys are in war right now.
Do you know who Ukraine is fighting against?
Russia.
What can you say about the war?
That it's ridiculous. It needs to end.
How it can be ended?
How would it be resolved? Or how would it end? I don't know. I'm not sure on the answer to that.
What can you say about helping from United States?
That it needs to end and we need to take care of more here at home before we send billions of dollars over there.
Why?
Why? Because we have poverty here and people are struggling with inflation and all the stuff that's going on with COVID and the sickness around here. So to be sending our resources outside of our country right now is not a good idea in my opinion.
But people are dying in Ukraine every day.
People are dying here too. So it's a matter of opinion on that one. But I do think that we should help for sure, but I just don't know that sending money helps. I said sending troops probably would help more.
What do you know about Ukraine?
Not much, honest. Besides the current conflict, but not much really.
What can you say about the war in Ukraine?
I haven't really followed much up on it, personally. I really don't know much about it. Sorry.
Do you know who Ukraine is fighting against?
Russia. Either a Ukraine victory or just Russia stepping down would be nice, but I don't see Russia stepping down.
Yeah. So maybe United States should give us more weapons.
Yeah, support would be good, yes.
I know that there's been a war going on between like Russia and Ukraine, and so there's been a lot of refugees coming over here. And
True. Maybe you can say it's just your opinion how the war can be ended.
how the war can be ended, I don't really know, but I know that conflict is really hard to resolve sometimes, and I don't really know.
Yeah, of course. What do you think? United States is help us enough or not? Ukraine.
I think that they haven't been helping a whole lot as much as they should, and there's been a lot of like local organizations trying to help, but the government needs to step in a lot more and help a lot more. But yeah.
What do you know about Ukraine?
Not a lot.
Okay. What can you say about the war in Ukraine?
Gonna be honest, we don't actually have like a lot of like news, so we're not very well informed at this time.
Do you know that Ukraine has a war or not?
Yes.
Yes. Do you know who Ukraine is fighting against?
Yes.
Who?
Russia.
Yes, it's true. It's just your opinion how the war can be ended.
When someone wins.
What do you know about Ukraine?
Only what I've heard in the news.
What kind of news?
The battle, the war between Russia and them.
What can you say about the war in Ukraine?
Boy, I can't specifically say much. I don't know exactly what's going on there.
What is your impression? How it's possible actually, the war?
I think it's bad that there's war. I think it's possible that we're not hearing exactly what's going on. I think it's a way that money's being laundered into Ukraine and back to the United States. So I don't know the whole story though. I wish I did.
You have some questions, I think, yeah, about the money which United
questions.
States gives to Ukraine.
I have lots of questions.
What kind of questions?
Well, I just think there's not the right things when it comes with money being spent there and not being used properly.
What do you know about Ukraine?
Well, it's not a good situation today.
Friendly, yes. So, what can you say about the war in Ukraine?
Definitely for supporting Ukraine rather than Russia.
What do you know about Ukraine?
I know that they're in a bad situation right now.
Yeah, it's true. What can you say about the war in Ukraine?
It's stupid. Russia is stupid. Ukraine has nothing to do with whatever the hell Putin's evil mind has in his head.
Just your opinion, how the war can be ended in the future?
I think
And when, maybe,
I hope
Just
soon.
your opinion.
I hope soon. I hope soon because I don't think that the people that think they're smart, they're not smart. They're not smart. They're stupid. Because if they will stop and think about all the people that are suffering and all the children that are suffering and being killed, if something was to happen to Putin's family, I'm pretty sure that he would think twice. But they think they're untouchable, and I'm glad the United States is helping. I'm glad the United States is not giving in to his threats, and I hope that all the countries, all the nations, whatever, they realize that we cannot live under. It's not tolerate. We can't tolerate somebody that thinks that they're above God. You know what I mean? Yeah. But everybody has a day in court, and Putin's gonna have a day in court. And I hope and I wish nothing bad on his family. But when something happens to his family, he's gonna realize that